The rate at which the show approaches the whole Woojing affair is unpleasant. Nevertheless, the Blacklist Season 10 Episode 5 was about to be a letdown until they presented a compelling case, gave a tepid nod to the only thing that had us excited, and extracted a surprise from Sia Malik. The downfall or the supposed downfall of the almost unbeatable Raymond Reddington has been a long time coming. The saying "you live by the sword, you die by the sword" has never been more applicable. Raymond continued to assert that he had taken care of the Woojing side of the issues, just as he had in the Blacklist Season 10 Episode 4, but it didn't seem to be the case. He might have had a strategy, but it didn't appear substantial. Woojing made his first move by telling Robert everything there was to know about Raymond, which made his intentions clear. But that does not imply that his strategy was exactly a secret. It was a plan Marvin had set in motion even before his demise. Raymond knows this plan well and must be a fool if it doesn't scare him. It may appear that Woojing must put forth a lot of effort to establish Raymond's guilt, but he needn't. Like a defendant to a jury, he only has to instill some doubt in one juror. Raymond would have to convince the whole bench. Woojing has all the facts, and it wouldn't be hard to find evidence to back it up. So far, he has a theory and some circumstantial evidence but needs hard proof. Raymond appears to be formulating some sort of strategy. It started with breaking Robert out of prison and putting a tracking device on the 4 guns. It would appear as if he was planning on going on the offensive. Woojing had to make the first move for Raymond to go on the offensive, and talking to Robert was it. Raymond never does anything out of the kindness of his heart. He needs Robert, and he knows it. Once Robert questioned him with Woojing's charge, we didn't know his response and Robert's decision. We only heard it from Robert's mouth, and his word is questionable at best. He is a skilled thief and manipulator, skills Raymond might need. Is it safe to assume that they still are working together? Yes. The question would be, why? Raymond rewards those loyal to him. Sometimes in his line of work, he has to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and those eggs might be his friends, but they know he will do anything to save them. The last time we encountered Robert, he had inspired a bunch of men who had gone on to become killers, which is something Robert doesn't do. When he was sent to prison, he knew he deserved it and thus might not hold a grudge against Raymond. He has known Raymond long enough to know there are perks to remaining loyal. Case in point, the stressed-out dad. I think Raymond did something for another person for the first time without expecting anything in return. The case he delivered to the team was not that interesting for the first half of the hour. That seemed like a goose chase that wasn't adding to anything. The twist in the second half saved the entire episode by how twisted Anton was. Until another one appears, you assume you have seen them all. It was 1,000 times worse than the typical case of mommy issues. I reserve a lot of sympathy for children who grow up in an environment where their parents are distant and cold. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy because it is a terrible thing. That man, though, was twisted and blamed it on his mother. If he really had a bone to pick with her, why not stab her like a normal man with mommy issues and go to prison for the rest of his life? Secretly, he enjoyed murdering women. He might have been projecting his mommy issues, but something else was broken. His description of his mother struck a chord with Sia. It appeared as though she could relate to some extent to his suffering. On the Blacklist Season 10 premiere, a vibe emanated from her stemming from her mother's death. Since that man projected onto successful career-oriented women, it is conceivable Sia also is wanting to project onto someone. Raymond would be the simplest victim. Even though we got less than a minute of Woojing, the episode felt lacking. It wasn't like the writers were clueless since, through Wrestler, they related with the discontent of the spectator. Being aware of something, though, doesn't make it less disappointing. We have watched the show long enough to know that secrets and withholding of information are part of its charm, and we are willing to grant that, but it better pay off. If they drag it out too long, it might not. We need to know what Woojing is doing and what Raymond is up to, and we need that now. If not the whole plan, at least part of it. The Dockery affair might have fallen flat on its face but was saved by an interesting case and a little self-awareness. That was the second time I had made a self-awareness gesture, and it will soon get stale. What did you think? Are they dragging this out too long? Did you believe Raymond was being targeted by Robert? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the video. To see more of them, subscribe to the channel and turn the bell symbol. To support the channel, leave a like as well. I appreciate your time and interest.